skaters, YouTubers. MJ here with our next episode. In this episode, we're gonna play around with my my belt sander here. Got some pieces I need to modify, and the casting isn't the greatest. And I got a LS 86 Monte Carlo I want to make. Going to convert the 85 SS. So what we have here is I have some copies. You know, they all need work. So what I did was I cut the top off of the SS because I need to remake the top piece, because that's nowhere near what it should be, and it's missing a chunk right up here. So what I want to do is I want to sand the top off flush above the grill and of course the headlights here. So let's get started, and it's gonna be a little loud, and I haven't used it in a while, so hopefully it still works, and it could use a good cleaning. So maybe when I get done here, I'll get it cleaned up. It was when I was sanding the ceiling after I put it in, I forgot to put a bag over it. So alrighty, let's get cracking. Cross your fingers it still works. Probably squeaks too. It's gonna be a little noisy, so bear with me. Here we go. So we'll go ahead and we'll fine tune it. I took the top off ever so carefully, as you can see. We'll go in there and we'll cut this out. One thing you got to remember with these belt sanders is the rollers that this runs on, it's beveled. It keeps it in line. So, and this being resin, you can't hold it against the back because it'll take it way up quick, real quick. Now what I want to do is I need to get some off the back here, so that's pretty close. Let's grab the body here. How close are we? Well, it's fairly close to where it needs to be, so I think that'll be fine. I'm not going to hollow it out too much. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can mock this up a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, my fingers ain't working the greatest, as usual. Dropping stuff. I really don't want to glue this on here right now, because oh, do a little trimming. So, put it in there like so. Bring this piece up. Well, we're about where we need to be. Just a little bit there. Well, we're fairly close. Gives you an idea. I'm going to cut these extra pieces off for the SS part. Everything else I think will be fine. I'll have to take that rear spoiler off. That shouldn't be on there. But for the most part, we look pretty good. Fairly good. Might have taken a little too much off the other side, but we have a couple more pieces, so it's not like a big deal. But it don't look too bad. So there's that part. So that worked out pretty good. I don't even think I have to sand it down anymore. I think it'll be fine. I do believe. That'll be fine. Because I got to take out, this has got a couple of notches above the headlights. I don't know if you can see that in there. But you can see the cutout right here. So we'll have to add a little filler to that. And I can add a little piece to it. And then that'll bring her back up. So, yeah, fairly good. That'll work. That'll work out really good. Then I'll just add a sliver to the top of that one, and that'll be fine. And the grill will go in, and it'll hide the opening back here. So that'll be fine there. Next thing I need to do is clean out these driving lights, or park lights, and turn signal. So I got to chew them out. I'll have to use a little jeweler's bit that you guys seen. So I'll go from there. So let me get this package back up. Get her cleaned off. Eventually. You know. So I'll put this back on the bench there. I have to bring the shop back in and put the brush on it. Go ahead and move this. Plus, yeah, a couple other things I'm working on. I'm doing this for a friend of mine, and it's a custom 55 Bel Air pickup using a 99 Silverado bed, and it took 3 kits to section the rear out and extend it. Yeah, I'm not the best talker. What can I say? Anyway, still got a little bit of work to do to her. But I've got to put the vent post back in. I re-sanded the roof out a little bit more, gave it another coat of primer. So the ghosting should be gone there. Got some work to do on this side. And I still got some finish work to do on the filler that I added underneath. And I have a tonneau cover I need to make for it. Also, Jeff might like this. I did some little more research, and a buddy might help me out. And I am building a 71 Dart the correct way. I'll have to insert some pictures so you can see what we're doing here. I extended the front fenders, although you can't see it, and I don't have the other car anymore. I got rid of it. But the donor body was the LA Dart, or Hemi Hunter, or whatever you want to call it. I cut the hood out of it, and I cut the front part of the fenders off. And that's what I grafted to the resin body over there. The 71 Scamp Swinger. We're going to make that a Dodge instead of a Plymouth this time around. I have some rear bumpers. They have they have 4 taillights in them, but it's a little narrow. So I'm assuming they must be for like a 75 Dart kit. I'll have to check that later, see if that's what it is. And let me get some lights turned on here. I actually got the shop cleaned up last night. It was in dire need of it. You know, I've been up here in months, and finally got up here. So let's do her. So I'll kind of give you the look-see here. I'm going to wiggle the camera a little bit here, because there we go. Got all 4 corners straightened out, and the desk is almost straightened out. And I got a couple packages there in bags that's got to get put away. But I want to zoom in on the sign that Jeff made for me. Not too many pictures of it. That's cool as heck. I still love that sign. That is so awesome. So, but as you can see, I have the shop cleaned up. Step back a little bit here. Let's see that side. It actually has a carpet in here. So, there we have that. Alrighty, let's get back to what we were working on here. Get this aimed up. There we go. Let me unplug this light. I'm going to put the cord back up. Nobody hits it. Namely my daughter, so she don't get hung up on it. Alright. Okay. So, what we need to do is bring this down a little more. And, yes, that back's got to come off. That's going to be tricky. We'll sand that slowly. There's a seam there too, so we've got to try to be careful there. I'll have to ask my son. I'm building this as a replica of his 86. So let's go ahead and let's cut off the extra pieces here we don't need. Has a line to guide, so as long as you stick it in there good, why? Pretty good. Just don't cut your thumb. That wouldn't be a good thing. Otherwise, you'd be grabbing a tube of super glue. Trying to get the blood to stop flowing. There we go, just about through. Don't try this at home, folks. Okay. One piece is off. Do a little sand in there. It was a smidge off. Still on the line, but a smidge off. But I'm doing this on the camera to show you, so. The rest of it should be fine. There we go. Go ahead and sand that up a little bit. Get rid of the edges. Okay, there's that one. This one was close. There we go. So there we go. We have that part cut off. We have this part to clean up a little bit, put on. And then it looks like that'll line up pretty good. I might sand it just a smidge more. You could use a little more. Not much. Just a smidge. So there we have it. I'll fine tune that later. Not a big deal. I'm waiting for some acouple taillights because they're the full taillights. These are the 85 style, which is actually incorrect for the 86 SS. It's supposed to be the full red taillight with the white lens in it. Unlike the 85s, which I like the 85s, they're little clear lenses underneath the red lenses for the taillights and stoplights. But to build it correct for his car, that's what I'll have to do. Got some mold lines here. That'll have to be taken care of. So I like to address the body, kind of check stuff around, see what needs to be taken care of on it, and that'll show right up. So just go that extra mile and take care of it. And notice there's injection marks on this too. I don't know if it'll show it on here. Yeah, right there it does a little bit. You got to sand those out too, otherwise they'll show up in the primer. So I hit them a little bit. This pretty much hides them then you won't see them when you prime it. Scratches are good, it just makes the primer bite better. You know, I should prep these up so they're not smooth anyway. Paint won't stick, primer won't stick, and nor will the paint. Paint will stick to the primer, but if you was to drop it, you would probably chip it. And then the paint would start coming off. So when that time comes, I'll go ahead and get this all taken care of. But for now, I'm taking care of a little bit of areas that need to be addressed. I have the air on, but might be a little noisy, so I decided not to. It'll be fine. These scratches will disappear when I polish the primer out. But can't have that. Can't have these mold injection marks. Oh, there's there we go. A big one on top. I wonder why. Ooh, it's even got a ridge. There's even a ridge up there. Scary. I don't know why that is. Oh, you know what? I bet you the roof's from the Grand National. Oh yeah, that's a noticeable one. I have 2 of these to build. So, well, we'll address that when we get time. But I just wanted to show you what I've been up to, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, it's been a while. Just, you know, a lot going on, and I'm just, you know, taking a break today. I'm kind of like worn out, burnt out, you know. When you're doing stuff 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, it doesn't get old, but it's monotonous. It gets boring. So it's nice to take a break every once in a while. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna. So, well, on that note, hope you enjoyed. And I will insert some pictures of the swinger to dart conversion, so you can see what it looked like with the front extensions put on, and the body work that I had to do to it, you know, to blend it all in. And well, we'll catch you on the next one.